It's getting better and better, boys. Look at those beautiful fields. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Anno 1800. I'm Nieromite. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be continuing building the seat of power. Basically back in Cape Terani at a beautiful, okay, well, maybe not exactly beautiful, but soon to be grand, beautiful capital. Last time I've built myself the palace. Yeah. You know what? I want to make an episode, but holy shit, those NPCs are so bloody annoying. So, last time we've built the palace, not the entire thing. I've started to build it, as you can see. We've built ourselves some gardens over here. I've started to build my private little museum over here. I don't know. We're gonna see. Now, by the way, I need to kind of avoid putting the actual music from Anno, because I'm constantly getting strikes from the company who apparently owns the music for Anno. So if you're wondering why the heck all of a sudden the music is super low, that's the reason. Okay, it's not because I want to be a dick and don't want you to hear it. It's because I don't want to risk Ubisoft knocking on my door. Is gonna be like, what you doing there, boys? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. So we've built the palace, and as you know, in the previous episode I stated that I want to move this industry, which is currently destroyed. I want to move this industry to a different place because I want to remove this thing, I want to make some space, and I want to rebuild a little bit the investor blocks. I also need to plan around the power plants because I want to give those people power, which means I want to give them electricity. So I kinda need to plan around the railroad connection as well. That's gonna be the thing for the future notice. I'm not exactly sure how that thing is gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go, where it's gonna go. You get the idea. So that's the thing I want to do. What I'm gonna do it? No idea. I know that I need to make some space first. We have to remove this thing, we have to remove that thing, we have to move this thing. All of this thing needs to disappear. So for that thing, yeah, they see. So for that thing, we need to build on other islands. Now, because of the seat of power, I got myself the local departments. I've built myself some wings for the palace itself, so the local departments will have bigger range of influence. And that thing exactly is working, right? So as you can see over here, we have the local department. It has quite huge range going over this island. It actually almost goes to the harbor, almost. So, you know, I took one morning, I got myself a cup of coffee and I started to build something, because this is the thing. One of the viewers on the previous episodes have requested that he wants me to build like this industrial thing. Now, just so you know, from some time, I'm trying to combine both the industry buildings and the housing buildings. So it's gonna look like a whole. It's gonna look like an actual city. Because normally in games like this, especially in Anno, you build blocks, right? You have like a housing block over there, then you have let's say a completely focused industry block somewhere over there on a different part of the island, and so on and so forth. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to combine those two things, but you need to keep in mind that I am limited because of the trade unions. The trade unions, this is the thing I want to use a lot right now because of the new system with the seat of power. I want to use the trade unions, which means that I have to build a trade union within the range of the local department, and then I have to build the factories around the trade unions, so it's gonna get additional bonuses. But also, I'm trying to squeeze somewhere over there houses. So that means I also have to provide for the houses services, such as, for example, if I want to get engineers over here, I need to provide them with university, I need to provide them with a theater, and I need to provide them with electricity. Now, more or less, I got the electricity covered over here, right? The main focus of the electricity is to give it to the production facilities. The engineer buildings are the second in the line for that thing. But yeah, I want to also give them some electricity. So as you see, I've started to build that thing, and this kind of meets my requirements, right? So I got some engineer buildings over here. I could try to maybe remove those a little tiny bit to give some more, I don't know, guarding, decorating space for the trade union, right? But you see, I got houses, and right next to them are some factories, right? So for example, I have here glassmakers. Glassmakers are gonna be really, really important. Here I got the light bulbs factories and stuff like that. So this is still like work in progress. Now, when I was building this thing this morning, I thought to myself, okay, this is cool, but I won't be able to get engineers right away. I need to evolve them. So to evolve them, I need to provide them with the previous resources. And there's a bit of a problem, because I don't have enough of the infrastructure of the previous resources to boost my farmers to engineers. So I wanted to do this thing today, but I can't, because I won't be able to provide those guys with resources anyway. So we have to actually go to a different island, which is this one, and build here first, so that I will have enough resources to transport to the engineer island, so I can develop this one. And later on, I'll be able to take care of the crown fall.
I don't need you dragging us down.
It's like a gigantic house made out of cards and everything is crumbling on my face. And I'm starting to feel like a bitch right now on some hardcore porn. But because this small island over here is gonna be providing with resources all other islands, and those are the basic resources, which means, because if you don't know, I've did some experiments back in the old world, and I want to have 2,000 artisans per island on every, well, almost every island. So that means 2,000 artisans over here, 2,000 artisans over here, 2,000, well, already there are, I think, 2,000 over here, right? We have any? Yeah, we have actually more than 2,000. So 2,000 artisans over here, 2,000 artisans over here, if possible, 2,000 over here, maybe more, and so on and so forth. So that means I'm gonna need a lot of resources. If I'm calculating this thing right, it's gonna be 8, 10, 12, 15, around 15, 16,000 of artisans on those islands in total, in this archipelago. Yeah, that means we're gonna need a lot of resources. So that's why, back in the old world, I did the testing. If you know exactly, if you have watched the previous episode, if this is your first episode, hello, my name is New Dynamite. I swear a lot, but I also enjoy games. I did those experiments over here, right? And as you can see, yeah, I know one of the farms is not working, but as you see, I got huge farms over here, like tremendously huge. And they are huge because of the trade union building. And I'm trying to experiment with this thing. And of course, I have bakeries over here. Now, I've said that I want to implement the system that the industry buildings melt with the housing buildings. So you probably can't notice right now if you're like new to the game or you don't play it too much. But inside of this housing block, there are actually bakeries. There's a trade union over here, and those buildings that you see that are lighted up are bakeries. And they're basically implemented into the entire housing block. This is like a one whole part. And this is the thing I'm trying to do from now on, to make the cities look more natural, because I'm bored of constantly doing just blocks, okay? Like, I grew up out of that thing. Sure, sometimes I have to make a block in order to meet the requirement resources to upkeep and give to my citizens, right? Because, you know, efficiency and stuff like that. But when I can, then I actually try to do something fancy. So as you can see over here, bakeries have 240% of efficiency, and with the new Seat of Power system, I think I'll be able to pull out even more. And because I'm doing also constantly the World Fair thingies, I am getting, well, from time to time, actually quite some interesting items that we can later on try to use for something. So for example, affects all cloth industries, that could become useful. Affects lumberjack hacks, that's also useful. It's actually, at this point in the game, this is actually useful because it will allow me to save some space and some people, because you may think that, you know, getting engineers and investors is hard. But to be honest with you, the biggest problem is to get farmers at this point, because they take so much space. I really prefer to build like a small village somewhere and use a lot of items in the trade unions just to cut out a lot of the farmers necessary for my farms to work. So if you don't know how this thing exactly is working, for example, I got somewhere here, okay, see? I got here only for the decorative purposes, a farm, which is not modified by any trade union and stuff like that. So it takes 20 farmers. 20 farmers to work here, right? And the farms that are affected by the trade union take 2. Magic. So let's first look for the people who we can put in the trade union buildings. I'm constantly buying also from the prison, like additional guys. Okay, this guy, Alexander Honk, he's basically a must-have. If you see him, get him. He's really good for the farms in the old world. I think back in Cape Trelawney I should have the legendary guy for the farms as well. Hold on a second. Where's the legendary guy? Hold on a second. I think I had him somewhere here. No, that's not the one. Ah, shit. You wanna tell me that I only got one guy? Oh, that's not good. Ooh, that's really not good. That's really bad, actually. Crap. Okay, my ships are on at the moment on the rescue mission, so maybe... No, I won't be able to get anybody from that thing, that's for sure. Shit. I don't got any more legendary advisors to put in the trade union that can actually work on the farm. I thought I had somebody, but I don't. That's not good. That's really not good. I got a lot of the epic ones. I got some fertilizers as well, but that's not the thing I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is this guy. This guy over here, because he increases the number of modules and reduces the amount of people needed. Okay, productivity is plus 70%. 70% you say, right? Workforce needed is gonna be a problem back in Cape. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do a bit of a trick. I'm gonna do a bit of a trick. Just gonna check just to be sure that I don't have this guy. Yeah, I don't have this guy. Shit. I got this guy, which is for the farms, which is quite nice, but that's not the guy I need. Okay, we're gonna take one of the fertilizers. Because technically speaking, in terms of like productivity, it's more or less the same thing. So I'm gonna drop it here. And since this archipelago have the ports that connect and share the workforce, see this thing over here, we can actually throw some more people to work at the farms. But Cape Telani at the moment cannot afford that thing. So I'm gonna try this, and later on if I get another one, I'm just gonna put it back here and everything is gonna go back to normal. And this is actually sweet. This is exactly the things I need. The feeder, which is gonna be needed later on. The thingy for the animal farms as well, which is gonna increase my productivity. And a fucking fertilizer. Thank you, Palace. I love you. Mwah! Here comes my special convoy, ladies and gentlemen. Alexander Hong. We got the legendary guy for the old farms, and I got myself a bloody flow. So you probably noticed that this thing has minus 50% workforce needed, and this thing has minus 80% for workforce needed. So yeah, I'm gonna have basically farms that's gonna require 0 workforce. Fuck yeah. So basically my farms are ready. And I need to squeeze almost 300 tiles, because I have decided to go with the fertilizer, because if I'm gonna somehow connect the local department and change it to the Department of Labor and change the politics to add 1 slot item to the trade union, then that means I'll be able to put here 4 items. Now all of those guys, they change the amount of fields you have, but not the plow thingy. This thing just applies productivity. So yeah, I'm gonna have to leave it outside and use it later on. Now I just have to squeeze the fuels somehow over here. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is gonna take some time, but holy shit, those fuels are gonna be huge. Ah, shit, I won't be able to squeeze everything over here. Oh, crap. Yeah, that's one thing I was afraid of. And it has just become a reality. I won't be able for sure to squeeze all of those fields here. Whoops. This is a serious problem. Don't you worry, boys. Papa got this. Okay, maybe not exactly. It's getting better and better, boys. Look at those beautiful fields. So I'm just gonna show you how more or less I do this thing. If you would try to attempt to do this thing as well over here on your own cities. So I basically stick to the edge. I just go to the edge and follow the edge, so that the farms outside of the ring basically are on the outside, obviously the fields. And then the farms on the inside are obviously having farm fields in the inside. It's like quite obvious. Okay, how many farms I have here? Because I kind of didn't count. Okay, the expedition has returned. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, 19 farms should be enough, I hope. If needed to, I will have to probably build this thing somewhere else. And the expedition has... come on, give me something legendary. I already have that one. Oh, Empire of the Eagle. Great. I was exactly looking for that thing. And Northern Sagas. Sweet. Northern Sagas are also nice. Pirate Hunt. Ooh, 3 skulls, baby. 3 skulls. Very, 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 very cool. Right, so basically stick to the edge. Like this, more or less. Okay, we can fill up this thing because there's only 1 farm remaining here. So you can just try to do something like this, I guess. Okay, there we go. Right, now this one, because this is the final farm left here. Though, I could try to maybe squeeze 1 more farm here. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually do that thing. Just in case, squeeze 1 more farm. Okay, have to build you over here, but that's fine. So you're gonna be the outside farm. So let's do this. Because, you know, just in case, I prefer to do it right now because repairing this thing later on is just gonna be a pain in the ass. Alright, so that's one. Then do the second one over here and stick to the edges. Like so. I mean, I don't like the farms on the cliffs, but yeah, whatever. We have to get some, you know, some type of limitations over here, I guess. Alright, that one goes. Okay, so we just have those farms remaining, and they have to fill up this thing over here. So, you know what? I'm gonna go maybe with this one now. Okay, and the same thing. Stick to the edges. Stick to the edges. Like this. Okay, we're going all the way. Actually, I think I could try to even cancel the fields a little bit sooner. And go with them over there, right? So this farm has to do something like a line over here. So I know that this is the edge of the entire field thingy, because I got, like, you know, oil farms, oil plantations over there. So I would prefer that I won't make cornflakes with bloody ass oil, right? On them. Right, this thing goes here, this thing goes here, and just stick to the edges all the way down there. Have you ever seen something more beautiful than this? Nice. So because I've built my farms, I can now delete the old farms from this thing. There you go. Okay, so we open up ourselves a new space over there, so we can try to invest that thing into something. This is huge. Oh my god. I don't think I'll be able to get beer over here as well. Probably have to make beer on a different island. This is gonna be a big ass logistical problem. Yeah, this is gonna be big problem. Unless I'm just gonna make, let's say, no, I won't be able to make hops anywhere here. Why is this island so small? Why is it so small? Why? Why, game? Why? Why are you so small? Why are you so small, game? Ah, shit, man. This is not good. I should have made, I think, bread over here instead. Oh, this isn't good. This is really, really not good, because I took into the account grain needed for the beer as well over here. But now I don't have enough space to make hops, I think. Well, I could try to maybe make hops over here, if I would be, you know, if I'm gonna keep my eye on this thing. Yeah, if I'm gonna make a settlement like here, then I think I'll be able to squeeze some hop production over there. And that's actually gonna be it. I won't be able to squeeze, I think, anything else over here. Maybe pigs? Hard to say. Hard to say. Okay, whatever. We're gonna focus on those things later on, because today I just want to focus on getting the bread done. At least the bread done. So, I transported myself some new specialists over here. Let's see, who we gonna use? Okay, I'm gonna for sure use this guy over here, because he's not like super good, but he's gonna make me chocolate, and I'm gonna need a lot of chocolate for my capital, because I'm gonna have a lot of investors. Now, there is this character over here. She's rare, right? But as you can see, she does more or less exactly the same thing as the legendary guy, and also she adds productivity. To be honest, I don't know why this guy is considered legendary and she's just considered as a rare, but in my opinion, she should be at least epic. And then we got the third slot open, so either I could try to put this guy over here, which is gonna add me attractiveness. Do I really need that thing, or should I try to get something from Crown? Let's see. Okay, this guy increased productivity by 50%, reduces the workforce needed. He's basically like one of the best characters in the entire game. Or we could try to get this thing. Productivity plus 40%, workforce needed minus 25%. Yeah, so as you can see, this guy... do I prefer to have a bit more productivity, or prefer to have less workforce needed? I think I'm gonna go with the workforce needed for this one. So I'm gonna use my airship thingy. Actually, I'm gonna take both of the items just in case. So take this thing and take this guy. Okay, fly over here, please. And drop them somewhere over there. In the meantime, I need to think how we're gonna develop this thing. Because we got this, and I think I'm gonna need around 20 bakeries? Stuff like that. So for the bakery trade union, I have decided to go with this guy over here. So plus 50% productivity, minus 10% of workforce needed. Obviously here. and the oven thingy. So this thing gives me 40% productivity, minus 35% of necessary workforce. And later on, when the local department is gonna unlock me an additional slot for the trade union, we're gonna put the legendary guy who's gonna make me even more chocolate, because that thing is basically needed mostly for the investors. But for now, we have to focus on the actual productivity. Right. So now we need bakeries. And also keep in mind that I want to mix the housing and the factories, right? Like, this thing over here was easy, because the farmers just require access to... wait, wrong building. The farmers just require access to, let's say, the market, and they require access to a pub, right? So that's not big of a problem. But the workers and the artisans, they are actually a bit more expensive and more requiring. So that means we have to adjust that thing. I'm gonna make this thing a little bit over here. So it looks like they are constructing the road, right? Slowly and steady. But also is gonna extend the range a little bit. So that means the farmers are not... Okay, you got 10 on 10, but you're not getting this thing. I don't know why. You should be getting this thing. Sissy, the range is so sucky. Oh man, really? What the shit, man? Okay, how about we gonna do something like this over here? Any progress? Yeah, a little bit, I guess. So, because the artisans require a school, and they require also a university, and they require a theater. So we have to implement this thing somewhere into this layout. And I think I'm gonna need around 14 bakeries, right? So that's 3, 6, and 7. Yeah, so all of this thing has to be squeezed within the range of this. I could also try to copy this thing. So if I'm gonna try to copy this, I kinda hope I'll be able to copy this thing and brought it to the other region. Cape Telani. Ah, shit, it's not gonna copy with me. Really, game? Oh, crap. Looks like I have to do it the old-fashioned way. Basically make a screenshot, throw it on another screen, and copy it manually. God damn it. Oh, no. This is gonna hurt. Okay, well... You have to do what you have to do, boy. You have to do what you have to do. Right, so we got 2 houses over here. Out of this, I don't... Wait, how many bakers I have over here on this island? 11. So basically, that's almost the amount I require. Almost. It's, you know, more or less. Okay, so there is a hospital behind this thing somewhere. Yeah, obviously a hospital is needed, because this neighborhood is gonna get a lot of sick. Okay, there's a statue also in front of that thing, so yeah. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to do. Okay, keep in mind that there's this thing here. What's your range? Okay, this is the range. Huh. Well, I could try to do something like this, I guess. Yeah, that works. To be honest with you, this is a difficult process. It's basically me going back and forth, deleting stuff, adding stuff, but, you know, I'm trying to... like, stick to this box-shaped type of a thing. Okay, so this thing goes here. I'm trying to copy this, but I don't think I'll be able to copy this thing directly the way I wanted to copy it. Okay, let's make a house over here. And... okay, another bakery over here. So this is gonna be the main road, I guess. Okay, and then we can try to make a house over here. Okay, just to add a bit of a variety, let's not try to do that thing, because it's not gonna work. Okay, can it work like this? So that's fine. Let's put... okay, I think I can put 2 bakeries somehow over here.
Celebrate your leadership.
If I'm gonna do something like this... yeah, that kind of works. Make a house here. Okay, and I don't think... yeah, you can't really squeeze that thing there. But I'm gonna need a warehouse here, definitely. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna look... okay, if I'm gonna make a warehouse here and do something like this. Okay. Right, make this thing here. Okay, leave this thing over here, so we're gonna add some trees. Okay, that thing goes there. That thing goes there. Remember that also I'm gonna need a church. I won't be squeezing this church over here. I'm gonna probably try to build one church over here, another church over here. Like, how much is gonna cost me to upkeep a church? 50. I can take... I think my economy can take that. It's like, yeah, no problemo. What I'm forgetting about is a fire station. Yeah, having a fire station over here is probably a great idea. Okay, that's outside of the range, so we can do that thing here. The one those houses here? Yeah, probably I do. Okay, maybe go a little bit back. Okay, something like this. Yeah, that should go. Okay, I have to squeeze like 4, maybe 5 more bakeries. I could try to build 1 more bakery as a backup just in case. If the population actually is gonna get a lot bigger. Because, as I said, the problem with this thing is that you need to keep in mind how many people you're gonna have. And that, if you're gonna try to fix it later on, it's gonna be really hard to fix it later on. So basically, this is a one-way ticket. Once you start to build it, you have to finish it. Or you're gonna scream a lot. So basically, more or less, I've managed to copy the thing I did on the other island, right? So we got here, I've squeezed 14 bakeries, and we got the trade union thing in the middle of it, which is gonna be great. And I think now it's actually the proper time to build all of this thing. So let's start to build this. Gonna build the bakeries as well. Okay, the warehouses, the hospitals. Why can't I build you? Oh, because I'm out of windows, of course. Right, that's the thing we need to fix. Shut up! I am a pawn. I am a pawn. That's the only thing I hear from me. You're a pawn. A pawn. Jesus, thank Christ. Right, let's get the houses as well. Beautiful. Okay, so now it doesn't look like, but eventually we're gonna, of course, progress those houses. And, okay, you don't have a warehouse nearby. Righty. Yeah, you don't. Okay, that's alright, because we have a warehouse over here. I have to build 2 more warehouses on this side somehow. Somehow squeeze them in. Okay, if I'm gonna make a 2 house over here. Okay, then I can try to make a warehouse here, I guess. Okay, and then we can try to continue this thing with houses. Something like this. Okay, and then I want another warehouse somewhere over here. So I'm gonna leave this thing.
Exhibits under wraps.
Yeah, that should work. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, nice productivity over here. Nice productivity indeed. Okay, 30%, 40%, 50%. So that's 100 from this. 19. 120. So, and because of the trade union, Department of Labor, so that's additional 10%. So yeah, 240% of efficiency. And if I'm gonna get the 4th slot, either we could try to go with the chocolate, or we could try to put the engine inside. I got myself like this thing. So basically this thing provides electricity to the bakeries, which is gonna increase the productivity by 100%. So now it depends. Later on, if I have enough people, right? Because right now the bakeries take 32 workers, right? But because of this guy, he reduces the workforce a little tiny bit. Same goes for this thing. It's like additional 25%. The electric oven thingy. But if I'm gonna give them electricity, then the production is gonna jump even higher. Check this out. Production is gonna jump even higher, but we need to keep an eye on the amount of workers. Yes, that's around 200 workers. And now the productivity is gonna go to around 300 and something. So it depends. Like if I have to squeeze out more productivity, I can go with that thing. And along with the guys who are gonna be making me chocolate, I also be able to technically supply a little tiny bit with chocolate my main island with the investors. I think I can. Okay, still cannot upgrade those guys. Oh yeah, because I need to build you a school. Sorry. There you go. Right, so now I just have to wait for the final worker. How we are dealing with flour? Okay, that's going really fast down. I need to attach the other mills into the network. What? What did you bought? No. Don't you fucking dare to, dude. Fuck off, my island. And now I can increase those houses to... Okay, maybe I can't. Right, they are still waiting for like a 1 person. Right, let's upgrade those. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade those. Haha! Right. Why you not get... You says you don't have access to a school? It's that far away because of the roads? Okay, whatever. Let me fix this thing really quick. You have to upgrade the roads anyway. Because reasons. So let's do this thing here. Something like this. And those little spots I have over here. Wait, what? Oh yeah, because I've ordered it to attack the... Yeah, mine. Mine. Screw you. Oh shit, wrong button. I didn't want to take it from him. Oh! Well, thank you. Okay, now with the concrete roads, yeah, whatever, screw you. Out! I can now upgrade those houses. Beautiful. Haha! Sweet. Okay, why you don't want to get upgrade? Oh, because you don't have... Okay, I have to probably build a school over there somewhere as well. On the opposite side. Yeah, do I want to build a school next to a river? Yeah, why not? I mean, what's the worst that could possibly happen? Actually, you know what? We could try to build a university over here. Yeah, I have an idea. I can squeeze a university over here. And we can surround it with houses to make it look... Ah, shit, I can't, because there's a windmill over there. Okay, back to the previous idea. And now, of course, we have to decorate this place a little tiny bit so it's gonna look a lot more, you know, natural, per se. So, okay, I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna decorate this thing. I could try to add some trees, I guess. Yeah, that kind of works. Hope it kind of works. We can also try to make a road over here and here, so it feels like a connection to this. So that should fine. Okay, let's try to get some more trees. There we go. Okay, some flower beds. What else we could try to make? Let's more flower beds over there. Some shrubberies. No idea what I'm gonna add you. Okay, let's add you over there. Okay, and then just make the grassland. Beautiful. Sweet, okay. Right, there's also swingy over here, so let's just go with random buttons. Okay, we can add even a apple tree, right? The people have found that this tree over here is an apple tree, so basically they are cultivating it, and you know, they have 3 apples, which is completely fine with me. Okay, this one's a bit too close to the road, so no 3 apples for you boys. There we go. I think I could try to add an apple tree next to the school.
The festival has
Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, and then just, you know, random buttons. Actually, no, wait, in front of it, we're gonna add the... Where is the statue thing? Is this the... No, that's the small one. I need the big one. Okay, it's not going according to plan. Okay, please tell me that was not the anarchist. Oh, it's this guy. I blew up his island, I took his legendary captain, and he's back.
Your people are starting to get sick.
Yeah, that's you know, my people always are getting sick. Every single fucking ass time, all the time, they're sick, and sick. For once, I would like to hear that your peasants are actually taking care of themselves for once and not getting sick this time, though. But no, that's never gonna fucking happen in my fucking ass case. Right, this thing works. Okay, I think I can actually add a statue as well over here. From the decorations I have bought. Okay. Right, those things are a bit too fancy for this type of a building, public building, to have so much decorations, you know. Shit. Not this one, too big. What I could try to add here? This thing. Always works. And a few of them over here. Next to the apple tree, because why the heck no? So this is basically at the moment how this thing is presenting itself. Of course, this is a coded out part of the entire thing, right? Because it's literally a dumpster outside of the vicinity. So yeah, this is the thing I was aiming for, right? I hope that I won't actually have to cut too much of my silence out, because you know, that's like a thing when it comes to this. I'm basically sitting here like thinking, how I can lay out this road. So if you want to get yourself like a, I don't know, if you need inspiration, here you have a view over like from above. If you need like to pause the video, whatever thing, and then you have like from an angle, maybe something like this. I hope that this actually gives a good picture of how you can try to develop this thing. Then you have another one over here, another angle, like such. The only thing I don't like is this thing over here. Like, too bad I cannot make a road over here, or like a bridge or something, or like a support or whatever. Yeah, I should have probably thought about that thing a bit better, but you know how it is. Sometimes you just make little mistakes and it's just like, yeah, okay, whatever, nobody's gonna care. And then you have the theater over here, the university. Oh, wait, I forgot to do something here. So let's make like a tree, a shrubbery. Okay. Right, so basically this is how it goes. Now, I've built a few more museum thingies. I've added few more museum thingies to my palace. So that basically jump at my attractiveness a little bit higher. And that means I can now unlock the 4th slot in my trade unions. So this thing. And now we can add this guy. So now we're gonna be making double chocolate on here. And I can put this thing over here. So that basically increases the output even more, and here we're gonna get additional chocolates and stuff like that. So yeah, this is actually going quite nicely. Okay, the flour is getting increased. We got a nice steady supply of bread. Okay, sausages are going low, so that's probably the thing I have to upgrade. Clothing is going low. Yeah, everything else is going low. Rum is going. Wait, I had rum on this island? That's new. Okay, hold on a second. No. For now, I'm gonna block you the RAM. Right, so now the question comes, because I also want to have beer on this island. Okay, so how are we gonna develop this thing further? I'm probably gonna try to make a hope plantation on this side, and behind this, the palace, the department, I'm gonna probably try to make myself a beer production facility. So it's gonna be something similar to this idea over here. So a trade union surrounded with a bunch of houses and basically shitloads of breweries over here. But that also means we have to make the worker clothing somewhere, and I'm not sure where I'm gonna make that thing. That's a problem. I could try to maybe squeeze it here. Not sure. Here is not even an option because I want to focus this island on something completely different. Though this is, I would say, a decent island. Oh, okay, this is new. This is a decent island. And you know what? Later on, once the bread will start to get delivered all over the place, then those farms will kick in and they're gonna start to make some potatoes because of this guy. This guy basically makes as a side product potatoes. So I'll be able to make some schnapps with him. Not a lot, but a little tiny bit. I think I'll be able to supply maybe 1 or 2 islands. And of course, he's gonna go for the hop facility that I plan to do over there. So that's also gonna apply. And yes, I took into account having beer from this, right? So I only have to worry about the hop production right now. So it's gonna be probably somewhere over there. I should have built, you know what? I should have built this thing here. The malt houses within the farming area. I did forget about this when I was planning those things ahead. So yeah, this is the thing I was talking about. That once you build this, it's gonna be really hard to do modifications to it. Because you have to demolish half of the thing in order to do some small modifications. I think I'm just gonna leave it as it is and maybe try to do it on a different side. How many I'm gonna need though? That's a good question. How many of those I'm gonna need? I have no damn idea. Shit, boy. This is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a serious problem. That's gonna be the thing I have to probably do in the future. Right, this thing is gonna, of course, get removed. We're gonna move all of that thing somewhere closer over here. And later on, I'm gonna move the dock area probably here. This is actually quite big as well, but I think I'm gonna build like fisheries and stuff like that on this side. Yeah. Probably that's gonna be the thing. And I won't be making canned food here. The canned food will be probably getting made, I don't think here, but probably here, because we got the red peppers. So maybe I'm gonna be doing the goulash and stuff like that over here. Not sure exactly, because it all depends where I'll be able to squeeze the pig farms. Because there's a guy that changes the input from the goulash thingy, I think, to pigs, which basically cuts a lot of productions out and also saves you shitloads of space. So that's the one thing. And the second thing obviously is gonna be, we'll be using flour. Basically, if you don't know how this thing works when it comes to canned food, I have it over here on my test island. And I got, what's that thing? Not this. Yeah, I got the goulash over here because I'm not doing with the thingy with the pig. So I got this woman over here. And she changes the input of iron, because to make the canned food, you need to provide them with iron and with goulash. I'm making the goulash because the world fair needs goulashes for its events. But the flour is a different story. I was very short on iron, so I've swapped this using her, and now she is basically taking in flour and producing me canned food out of it. Don't ask me how she's making iron out of flour. I have literally no idea. But yeah, this is the same thing we're gonna probably try to do on the other island in Cape Talani, and it's gonna free up a lot of iron. So later on we could try to use that iron to, let's say, make shrink machines or something else. I don't know yet what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something, that's for sure. And yes, I got oil over here, so we could try to technically make some electricity here. But as I said, I really hate the cables. It's just so annoying. I hate the cables so much in this game. So without the mod to actually hide the cables, I just refuse to use it, because I prefer it honestly to waste a slot and put the engine instead of a trade union than actually to use a power plant. It's just, you know, I prefer it this way. But that's me, you know, you can do whatever you want. Like, if you prefer to stick to electricity by building power plants, it's, of course, it's your game, right? Nobody's gonna judge you for that thing. So yeah, I think this is actually a good moment to leave this episode. This is over here, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'd be able to make the beer as well today, but I'm recording this thing literally for the past like 2.5 hours, I believe, because that's how long it takes to build all of that thing. And planning this thing, and you know, you build half of this and then you decide like, no, I want to do something else, so you have to delete it, start from the beginning, yada 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 yada. But yeah, I'm happy with the result. It's really cute. Okay, anyway, I'm rambling too much, so for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave this thing as of here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please put thumbs up. See you in the next video.